We see some massive growth of interest for Dubai investment from European and Canadian investors. And if you are one of the investors from Europe or Canada, you know better than I the reasons why you are moving capital, why you are looking at Dubai. They include taxes, they include returns, the safety, and a lot of bureaucracy nonsense that pushes people out of the countries, push their capital out of that countries. Now, if you want to make your first step in Dubai, make your first proper investment, definitely you don't want to take a lot of risks on you. That will be later stage. When you go for your 5th, 6th, 10th property, you will have higher appetite for taking risks and maximizing returns. But for the first step, usually you want to go through this cycle. You want to buy a property, rent it out, resell it, see the profits, and then to make a bigger move. Now, for that particular case, you want to invest safely with some high returns and to prove to yourself that that works in Dubai. In this case, I have a very nice frame for you. The game for real estate investment in Dubai is pretty simple. If you want safe investment, you are starting in 2025, then you want to put your money next to where government's vision, where government's investments are. Together with them, your small portion in that big pie will be growing, and I have no doubt that in 25, 26 and up to 2030, we have no reasons for the growth slow down, because Dubai has a unique case. It's not a mature market, it's only 25 years old as a modern city, and it's not a place where we have, cycles yet. We have no cycles because this market has no history. To have any cycles, you should have some history, some mature market where repeated pattern is called cycle. Now, it's not to go into details of how market will behave because it's a separate topic and we can always discuss that on a free call. My contacts are in the description. You are starting in 2025, where I would be advising you to invest in 2025. One of the areas, and there are actually two of them, where government itself is betting and investing a lot of money. Together with government, you can invest in private developers project or into government-backed developers projects. Now, if you want to invest together with a government developer, then you should know that, let's say, MR, the biggest developer in the world outside of China, has a government share, but it's a public company. There are companies that are 100% owned by Dubai government. They are set specially to develop the most important projects for Dubai's government. Now, once we identified the area where we want to invest, we chose the government developer. Then in that particular project where we see the most value, we will understand what units make the most sense for that particular project in this area. And the choice of that units will be determined by the nature of demand in that area. It's another term that realtors don't understand today because their background is actually real estate. Where I come from is investment field, being for more than 10 years CEO of investment group and being in charge of developing a new city from scratch. This background allows me to see more things than usual realtors' background allows them to see. Now, nature of demand will determine types of units that will be in demand in that area and types of premiums that people will be willing to pay. In some areas where you think that bigger units will make sense, they are absolute failure in terms of investment. In other areas, only big units make sense. So that will be again determined by what project and what area we go for. We go for the area that has a potential, that has government investment, and that has a reason why it's developing. The reason is in the Dubai's master plan. It is described, it has a logic why this area needs to be developed. Now, identify the area, we go for, let's say, government-backed developer, because again, we're discussing the topic, what is the safest way to invest in 2025. So currently, if you want to identify what is the most valuable strip of land in Expo City, and if you believe in the potential of the area, I would say that it's anything in the first line from the main source of traffic and the main spot for the traffic, which is between the exhibition center and the Wassail Dome, which is an entertainment venue spot. So this is pedestrian only area. In this low-rise building, we will have offices and companies sitting. Today we have Siemens Energy, ENGIE headquarters, Siemens headquarters, Nestle, Emirates Airlines, and there are hundreds of more companies coming to the place. So I just wanted to show you the plot. You see this fence? So here is where the Sidr residence will be built. We are standing on a pedestrian boulevard which is shaded, and you see it all the way to Wassail Dome, and we are literally in 650 meters according to Google Maps from this plot to the main attractor of the area, exhibition center. And I just want to follow this path to show you exactly on foot how much time it takes and how close you are to 2.5 million visitors right in 26, and to more than 5 million visitors projected by 2032, when two more pavilions, two more phases of exhibition center will be delivered, and that will be 600 events, and from current 300 events that World Trade Center has in the center of the city. So if we can stretch the number of visitors in a direct correlation, then if 300 events attract 2.5 million visitors, then 600 events will attract 5 million or more. This is the end of the plot. You see that from all the sides it's surrounded by pedestrian-only boulevards. Right here you have Siemens Energy, then that building is Siemens headquarters, you have ENGIE headquarters, you have over there Women's Pavilion, which is kind of working space and event space where they all the events are aimed at empowering women in some dimensions. I mean, in doing business and family support. Now we have beautiful park over here, which is right next to UAE's pavilion, and on this side of the plot we will also have boulevard going that way, and you will have park on that side. So you are from two sides, you have parks, you have offices right next to your building, which are some of the big international corporations, and we just follow this road to see how much time it takes to get to the exhibition center on foot, having a pleasant walk in a green and shaded place. So we walked approximately 250-300 meters, and we are in the very epicenter of the area, where we will have some of the most beautiful shows in the world. And right now it's a repetition of Firdaus Orchestra. That will be an incredible show coming soon. This is one of the most beautiful cafes, by the way, where this coffee shop has this whole Wassail Dome as its decoration and setup for some of the most beautiful coffee experience that you can get in the world. And now we are crossing it because the metro entrance and the exhibition center is right over there. So normally we can cross through this part, or we can take this path, and we'll do that because we don't want to interrupt that repetition. And if you buy tickets, by the way, you will be sitting on these benches in the very middle of the concert. Restaurants, cafes, everything is up and running, as you see. We have something like 30 outlets today, and we will have more of them coming to sum up in 100 cafes and restaurants permanently working, and a lot of food trucks and F&Bs coming for big events to serve all the guests. This building, it's I guess it's 15 or 16 floors now, is announced to be converted into a five-star hotel. We have a four-star hotel over there, which is Rove, and that's only what, 150 hotel rooms, I guess, and that's another one that will be 150 rooms, so that in total it's less than 300 rooms, and this is five-star, which will be of course more expensive than Rove Hotel. Now today in Rove you can rent a room, which is a studio obviously, for 700 dirhams. So if you rent out your apartment in the Sidr project, which is, you see, in a pleasant walking distance, your minimum daily rental yield can be minimum daily rental yield that we can expect is around 1,000 dirhams. And that will make a lot of sense because it's 980 square feet apartment where you can easily fit two separate bed spaces and accommodate from 2 to 4 people. So divided, that will be around 500 per person staying in the area, compared to the hotel where you will be paying 700 per person in a 4-star hotel. Definitely when World Trade Center moves to the area into this exhibition center, these rents and the prices in the hotels will double, and we are not competing with 5-star hotels because we are targeting 1,000 per night. If that's reachable, well, that's pretty reachable because 300 events are held here, from 10 to 30,000 people attending each of them. Then we can say that at least our occupancy rate will be close to 300 days per year, which tells us that we will be generating 300,000 dirhams, which no other area, no other property with 1 bedroom and 2 million starting price can give you in Dubai. That's why I'm saying that these kind of opportunities, not everyone understands that these kind of opportunities come to the market once in a decade. There are no places in Dubai where you have ready community with some of the world's best entertainment, dining experience, greenery, everything done and ready. And only now they introduce some of the first residential projects where you will be in walking distance from a traffic comparable to the traffic of Dubai Mall. Because Dubai Mall has 110 million visits per year, which is everyone crossing the doors of Dubai Mall. Now, for events here, we will have 5 million visitors, and they are calculated as those who bought tickets for the events. So we can say that these are unique visitors, because in Dubai Mall, every employee, every resident has repeated visits, and that sums up into 110 million visits. Now, if you divide that by 20, that will bring you to 5 million unique visitors for Dubai Mall. And here, we will have 5 million visitors also. So can you imagine you are buying an apartment in an area that doesn't have actually accommodation for all that people in 650 meters from this main traffic source, which is the exhibition center. This is the existing pavilion. It is 58,000 square meters, and that will be expanded to that part where you see the cranes and to that part behind that building, so that in total it will be 180,000 square meters. It will be the biggest in Middle East and Africa, and that will host 600 events. So that's how you do investment, that's how you do proper business. If you want to invest in real estate, not just to buy properties somewhere. Someone will tell me, yes, 2 million for 1 bedroom, isn't it high, isn't it this, isn't that? Guys, we are buying cash flow. We are buying an asset that generates close to 15% from its cost per year. If it generates 300,000 from a 2 million apartment, it's 15% per year, right? No other property in Dubai can offer you that. This is how you pick the properties based on facts and figures that you can rely on. like an existing exhibition center, plans to expand it, existing entertainment venue, and being in 600 meters from it, what kind of rents you can generate, what kind of appreciation you can generate, that's all can be counted, can be calculated. Of course, not exactly to the cents, but at least reliable figures that you can count on. So if you're this type of investor who wants to make one sure move before going big, let me know. My contacts are in the description. We can book a free call or chat in WhatsApp. And if you want to learn where the market is going, why Dubai is growing, why you should be investing in real estate, and if you have any ideas in your mind why market will be growing or why it should be crashing, one of the nonsense statements all around the YouTube, then check this video about where the market is going and why, and let's chat and discuss once you've done with that.